Hello everyone, in this video we're going to draw a cat. Start by drawing a circle as a guide for the head. An easy way to draw the circle is to first make a couple of small marks to indicate the circle's length, and then on the sides make a couple more small marks to indicate the circle's width. Then just connect the marks using curved lines to finish the shape of the circle. Sketch lightly at first so that it's easy to erase if you make a mistake. Also pause the video as you follow along to draw at your own pace. You don't have to draw a perfect circle, but if you're still having trouble drawing it, just trace the outer edge of a cup, a bowl, or anything else with a circular edge. Draw a long diagonal line across the circle. This is a construction guide that will help you place the facial features later. Extend the bottom of the line so that it's outside of the circle. Outside of the circle, on the bottom left side, draw a smaller diagonal line for the first part of the muzzle. Pay attention to the distance between this line and the circle. Draw two more short lines to complete the guide for the muzzle. Inside the head, on the top left side, draw a small circle as a guide for the eye. Pay attention to how big the eye is in relation to the head. On the top tip of the muzzle, draw two short lines to create the guide for the nose. The guide for the nose is basically a small triangle. On top of the head, draw a big triangular shape as a guide for the ear. Make the right side of the ear a bit more curved. The ear should be very big in relation to the head. Draw another triangular shape on the left side as a guide for the other ear. Make this ear a bit smaller. On the right side of the head, draw a short sloping line for the top of the neck. Add a shorter line under the head for the rest of the neck. And that's it for the guidelines. Now let's start on the final drawing. Use the small circle inside the head as a guide to draw the eye. Draw a short sloping line near the top edge of the circle for the top of the eye. Curve the left tip of the line down. Draw another short line that slopes to the bottom left for the bottom edge of the eye. The shape of the eye should be similar to a greater than sign. Darken the left edge of the circle for the eyeball. Draw a couple of short sloping lines on the bottom left side of the shape for the inner corner of the eye. Inside the eye, draw a short line for the pupil. Make the pupil thick and dark. Next to the pupil, draw a tiny circle for a highlight. Use the triangular shape inside the muzzle as a guide to draw the nose. Draw the front part of the nose inside the guide so that the shape is a bit smaller. Make the top part of the nose more curved than the guide as you darken the line. On the right side of the nose, draw a small curved shape and shade it in for the nostril. Make the bottom of the nose pointy. Under the nose, lightly sketch a line that curves to the right for the mouth. The right tip of this line should be inside the head circle. Curve the line up on the right side. When you get the shape of the mouth right, darken the line. Use a series of short strokes as you darken the mouth to create a furry texture. Under the mouth, draw another curved line for the chin. Use short strokes here too. Draw a wavy line on top of the nose for the top part of the muzzle. Follow the slope of the guide as you draw the line. Darken the big triangular shape on top of the head to create the first ear. make the top of the ear more curved than the guide. Use tiny short strokes as you darken the line to create a furry texture. Extend the bottom of the ear farther down on the head. Now draw a series of short strokes within the shape for the fur that's inside the ear. Add a few curved lines on the bottom right side to give the ear structure. Draw a sloping line on the right side for the inner edge of the ear. Add more short strokes for more fur. Use the shape on the left as a guide to draw the other ear. Draw a curved line inside the shape for the edge of the ear. Add a series of short strokes along the left edge of the guide for fur. Use the remaining shapes and lines as guides to draw the rest of the head. Darken the outer edges of the guides to create the shape of the head. On the left side of the head, draw a short curved shape for the brow. Use a series of short strokes as you darken the edges of the head to create a furry texture. On the bottom right side, draw a curved line that's made up of short strokes to emphasize the bottom of the head. Now erase the initial guidelines. The next few steps are sped up so that the video isn't too long. You don't have to erase all of the guidelines. It's okay if you leave some behind. Redraw any of the final lines that you may have accidentally erased. Now shade your drawing. For a tabby pattern like this one, make the backs of the ears dark and add a few dark stripes on the side of the head. Shade lightly at first and gradually build up to darker values. To create light values, push down very lightly on your pencil. Then push down harder to create darker values. Draw rows of dots on the muzzle for the bases of the whiskers. As you shade, use short strokes that go in the direction of the fur. The fur mainly radiates outward from the nose. Slowly and gradually make the values darker across the head. Add longer strokes inside the ear for the longer fur. As you add the value, make the stripes extra dark. Curve the shapes of the stripes downward. Add a few short stripes above the eye too. Use a light value around the eye for white fur. As you shade, separate the strokes a bit so that the white of the paper comes through and creates a furrier texture. Add a slightly darker value on the white fur at the bottom to create shadows. Shadows will give the head more dimension and volume. Use a medium value to shade the nose. Shade the inside of the eye using a light value. Darken the outer edges to emphasize the shapes. Shading can be time-consuming, so be patient and take breaks. Keep shading until you're happy with the result. And that's it for the cat. Don't forget to pause the video to draw at your own pace. Also, please visit howtodrawanimals.com, where every step of this tutorial is broken down into an individual image. That's how, and then the number 2, then drawanimals.com. If you'd like to support my channel, please consider buying my books on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe for more videos in the future. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep drawing.